Hi, and welcome to our presentation. Our group, made of myself, Georgia, Gillian, and Paolo, will talk about the MODO Company. The presentation will cover a deep internal analysis and also some specific tools for the micro and macro environment. MODO was founded in 2016 in China, but nowadays it also operates in Scotland, USA, and aims to expand to other countries in the Middle East. MODO is a virtual platform that allows users to have all their documents organized in one place. In 2017, MODO won the WTOIP Global Award, arriving in first place, and this is considered the first big achievement for the company. In 2018, MODO partnered with UWS, which helped the business to overcome the challenge faced during the development of its product.
Environment consists of external forces that directly or indirectly influence an organization's acquisition of inputs and generation of output. There are three components, which are the company, the microenvironment, and the microenvironment. For each type of environment, there are frameworks that can be used to scan it. For example, a framework used to scan the external environment is the PESTLE framework. PESTLE is used to analyze the current and future environment, and it focuses on the political, economic, social, technological, legal, and ecological environment. Another tool used by companies to scan the environment is SWOT, and it's an acronym for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats related to the organization. Strengths and weaknesses refer to the internal factors, while opportunities and threats refer to the external factors. Finally, another tool that focuses on competition is the one provided by Porter with its 5 forces. The 5 forces are substitute products, potential new entrants, competitive rivalry, powerful buyers, and powerful suppliers. Internal analysis aims to provide a detailed understanding of those aspects of the organization that are of strategic importance. There are 4 different approaches, which are resource-based approach, the value chain approach, the evaluation of functional areas, and the performance analysis approach. In this occasion, the resource-based approach will be used. The first step is the identification of the company resources that present strengths and weaknesses. The most important and valuable resource for MODO is its workforce. Dr. Majid Anbar, CEO and founder of the company, has a series of significant achievements. For example, he is the inventor of over 100 global patents on mobile interaction technology. He is a serial entrepreneur and received 2 receptions from the Queen in recognition for his contribution to the UK. Therefore, the company can count on someone expert in the field with experience of managing a company. Furthermore, the team includes big data experts, artificial intelligence specialists, and people who work in the Silicon Valley. Another resource is represented by the quality of the partnership that the company has. Indeed, the company has a partnership with Innovate UK, Nvidia Corporation, and University of West Scotland. The last strength is represented by the organization structure, which is a flat management. A flat management presents a series of benefits. For example, it increases employees' level of responsibility, more straightforward decision-making process, and improves the communication speed between the employees. On the other hand, a small team can have limited resources in the development of the software, especially comparing to giants like Google or Apple. Besides, in the float structure, employees might feel confused about the lack of specific boss to report to, tend to produce generalists but not specialists, and it can limit an organization's long-term growth. The second step is the analysis of capabilities. Thanks to its complete and completed team, MODO presents a series of features already present in the beta version of the software. MODO is cloud-based, which means that the software can be used everywhere and with any type of device. Also, the software presents a robust code that can be adapted to its future growth in terms of user and users' needs. It includes an UI that allows users to use the software on a laptop or on a phone, and it's included with an artificial intelligence that can recommend and manage all user content automatically. It also includes a connector to Microsoft 365, and in the future, it will be possible to connect Google and mobile cloud services. Due to the validity of the service and its functionalities, the company has made partnership with companies, as we seen before, like Nvidia and Alibaba, and it has the support from university and institutions. The third step is the identification of the competitive advantages due to the firm's resources and capabilities. The know-how of the used technology represents the first competitive advantage of the firm. As affirmed before, MODO brings a software complete and rich in functionality, cloud-based, artificial intelligence, and upgrade wide. Even more, the software is scalable and can be changed, adapted based on the number of users. The second competitive advantage is due to the presence of Dr. Majid Anwar. Thanks to his experience in terms of technology and business, he represents a crucial point for the advancement of the company. He knows the field where he operates, technology and software, and he has experiences managing a business. Therefore, his knowledge can help the company make the right decision regarding goals, directions, and strategies. A third competitive advantage is represented by the importance of partnership that the company has. The company has partnership with NVIDIA, Alibaba, Innovate UK, and universities. This ensures that the software can continually improve and they have the support of people specializing in this field. The fourth and last step is the strategy chosen after analyzing the internal resources, capabilities, and competitive advantages of the company. The strategy chosen by the company is similar to the strategy chosen by companies like Clubhouse and OnePlus. The strategy is called invite-only marketing, where users can buy products or services with an invite. This increases the desirability of the service. Particularly, it's good for startups that can use a low-cost word of mouth to generate free publicity. Besides, allowing a restricted number of people to use the software, it's helpful to get initial feedback and make changes before the public release.
Initially, we completed a micro-analysis of the microenvironment, which is the environment an organisation operates in and recognises several factors which influence an organisation. These include consumers, suppliers, distributors, and all other stakeholders. An organisation should be proactive in recognising these to adapt to change within the environment and control or influence the behaviour of those to be found in the microenvironment. Firstly, looking at consumers. Consumers are essential to the success of any organisation as their only source of revenue for most. Central to the marketing concept, consumers should be analysed and thereafter a marketing plan devised to satisfy their requirements. This marketing plan should be positioned to both attract and retain customers. The ability to retain a customer for life offers an invaluable competitive advantage to a business. MODO initially targeted a generalised population of cloud storage users who experience digital data clutter and would utilise several online apps. Recognising this consumer pain point, MODO designed a sophisticated user-friendly programme to provide an innovative solution for consumers, including university research students who use data clouds for storage of their personal data. More recently, MODO has adopted a business-to-business approach, utilising marketing platforms like LinkedIn. The organisation is now focusing on working professionals, including accounting firms, lawyers' offices and universities, due to the increased pressure to provide applications to facilitate remote working because of COVID-19. When next looking at distributors who are ineffective when delivering the product or service to customers can negatively impact an organisation. MODO uses cloud storage services and to see cloud service products and platforms produce and distribute digital data for customers. When next looking at suppliers, in terms of supply, it is important to recognise all aspects to not affect the business functions and satisfying customers. Businesses should also be aware of new entrants into the supply chain, deals with rivals, strikes or recruitment difficulties, or anything inclined to alter an organisation's receipt of necessary supplies. MODO's primary supplier is Alibaba Cloud, as well as software for the programme from MongoDB. Lastly, when looking at all other stakeholders, a strategic management definition of this would be all groups, individuals or entities which could affect or be affected by activities surrounding the realisation of a defined issue in the past, present or future. The list includes employees, consumers and pressure groups, government bodies, investors, competitors and media. MODO currently has 10 full-time and part-time staff working towards their objectives and have household name competitors including Google Drive and iCloud, who offer similar, however not as advanced technology. MODO also invites their investors to have primary access to the launch of their products and services to offer constructive feedback.
Secondly, we looked at the macro analysis, which includes the PESTEL framework as mentioned previously. It's very important for marketers to scan and monitor the environment because it is in continuous change and so can have an impact on the organizations in the market. The first element of the PESTEL analysis is political, and this can change quickly and affect the marketing planning because the changes in the government need to be considered in the political orientation of the country. Modo and other small businesses have been helped by governments during the COVID-19 pandemic because they received some fundings. Um, in the economic factor, as Modo is a startup, it offers for now two services, a free and a premium package. The user package system is to use coin or credit to mark every setting of the company. It also considers the behavior in their back end, which allows to track their users' behaviors and their interactions with the company's function. Social is the most dynamic and difficult factor to control due to the continuous changes in the population and also in the consumers' preferences. Modo is looking to expand to high population countries, especially in the Middle East, because they have strong connections. A good example is India, also because it's an emerging market. Technological factor plays an important role because it's in continuous change. Modo fits right into this technological world because the service offered has a high potential and it's very useful for users to keep all their files in one place without wasting time remembering many passwords and accounts. The environmental factor is very important to consider the level of pollution and the materials used in a company based on the environment it operates in, and this will lead to competitive advantage and sustainability. Zhejiang, the city in which Modo has its headquarters, is one of the wealthier provinces in China because it was able to attract foreign direct investment even though there are stricter environmental regulations and rising labor costs. The legal factor includes every aspect of a company, from laws to regulations. In China, for example, some websites and apps, such as Netflix, Facebook, or Instagram, are blocked due to censorship. So to escape this issue, it is necessary to have a VPN, and for this reason, Modo said that it's not very important to have a search engine optimization management.
When looking at the competitive environment, we utilise the previously mentioned Porter's 5 Forces analysis, which is a simple framework which assesses and evaluates the competitive strength and position of an organisation and offers understanding of whether a new product or service has the potential to be profitable. Looking at the supplier power within Porter's 5 Forces, suppliers have the ability to increase prices depending on their uniqueness of the product or service, their strength and size, and the cost of change from one supplier to another. According to the environmental impact matrix, suppliers can be measured as a critical threat to the organisation. Modo relies on Alibaba Cloud as our primary supplier who offer a specialised and technical service. However, there are several other suppliers within the market, including Microsoft and Amazon Web Services. Although there are alternative suppliers, Modo has programmed their systems to be compatible with Alibaba Cloud, and changing could prove catastrophic to the running of their service, costing time, money, and customer satisfaction. This increases the supplier's ability to increase the price. When next looking at buyer power, buyers can drive prices down as a result of the number of buyers within the market. Referring to the environmental impact matrix, buyers offer a significant opportunity for organisations, with research showing 42% of the UK population utilise cloud storage and 80% of organisations within the UK plan on using cloud storage as part of the daily running of their business. Modo has not yet set a price point for their service, however, and competitors including Google Drive and Dropbox offer a low cloud storage option for free. Although not expensive to change to a competitor, this can be extremely time-consuming and difficult for customers. Modo offers a unique service where all customers' passwords and documents are stored in one place, which sets them aside from competitors and increases the buyer opportunity. Next, looking at the competitor rivalry, the number and capability of competitors within the market an organisation operates in is central to a competitive analysis. Rivalry increases when barriers to exit are high, which forces businesses to remain in the industry even with declining profit margins. Competitive rivalry proves a critical threat to an organisation when measuring against the environmental impact matrix. Customers are at the heart of innovation in MODO, and features are developed to aid their experiences, which is likely to increase customer loyalty and reduce the possibility of moving to a competitor. As mentioned before, there are several competitors within the market who are large, influential companies and have extensive cash flow to support the development of new products and services. This can prove detrimental to the success of other companies in the market, in particular startup businesses like MODO, who have restricted cash flow. Next is threat of entry. When a market proves profitable, it attracts new entrants, which reduces profitability. MODO may benefit from a low threat of entry due to the well-known brand names competing in the market. The organisation operates in a market where specialised knowledge is key to the success of innovating new products and services. This knowledge can be essential to providing protection of the organisation's founding technology, with MODO now having plans to file a patent for their industry-leading design. However, to enter the market and be profitable, economies of scale are not required, which creates a new threat of entry for competitors. Lastly, the threat of substitution. Products and services which are similar to substitute options that exist in the market increase the chance of consumers changing in response to a price increase. As mentioned before, MODO competes with similar brands. Although they do not offer identical services, consumers can take advantage of basic cloud document storage. However, there are limited competitors who offer MODO's leading technology, where documents can be filtered and all passwords and accounts are saved and linked. This makes it difficult for customers to find a substitution and lowers the threat.
The threat analysis, as mentioned before, helps marketers to scan the environment, looking at threats and opportunities first, and then to weaknesses and strengths. Some threats as for MODO are the big competitors such as Google or Microsoft, but also the impact of COVID-19. During this uncertain time, traveling internationally was very difficult, also because when returning to China, for example, there was a mandatory quarantine for at least 21 days before doing daily business again. In terms of opportunities, MODO had a booming of cloud business during the pandemic due to people's lifestyle changes, such as working from home. Additionally, a good opportunity was shown by the support given by the governments to small businesses. Some weaknesses are due to early stage in which the company is in, as it is a startup, and these kinds of products are highly influenced by the artificial intelligence-driven technology to improve the user's experience, but they are limited by their funds. The main strength for MODO is the idea itself, because the fact of having a unique platform with specific services differ from competitors. This will help users to reduce the waste of time when looking for specific files, because it is possible to filter and work on all the documents immediately from any device across the platform. Currently, MODO offers two different packages, but users are limited to invitation only, and so far they are aiming at professionals users, such as lawyers that have professional needs. MODO, as said previously, is aiming to expand to Middle East countries, but this expansion has been slowed down due to the pandemic. The marketing strategy manager, Lu Fang, said that at the beginning, MODO may use social feature marketing, but they could change the marketing approach when they go for the bigger public. In different markets, they use different approaches. For example, in China, they aim to B2B markets, while in UK or US, they could use social network and social feature marketing, which the main goal is to use the benefit-driven users, thanks to their social relationships, to maximize the growth of customers at the lowest cost.
At this stage, there are three sections to complete. These include segmentation, targeting, and positioning. There are several ways consumers can be grouped and market segmented. However, in different markets, there are variables which are subject to change. These variables can be grouped into four categories, including demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behaviouristic variables. Successful segmentation can enhance the strategic position of a brand. First, looking at individuals. As seen on the screen, we have noted a detailed breakdown of the segmented market. Looking in more detail, we have thought it would be consumers aged 18 to 55 with an income bracket between £10,000 and £60,000 per year. These would be educated professionals currently working towards a degree or already possessing one, such as lawyers, accountants, and PhD students. These people would be in full-time employment, enjoy organised sports, and attend regular social events. In terms of volume usage, these people would use daily usage and expect convenience and better use of time. When it comes to brand loyalty, consumers who have a comfortable disposable income would consider moving to competitors if they provide a better service, whereas students are more inclined to react to a change in price. We also looked at business markets. Business markets can be segmented in relation to business demographics, situational factors, the personal characteristics of buyers, operational variables, and purchasing approach. As seen on the screen, we have given a detailed breakdown of these demographics. However, MODO can utilise a multi-segment strategy targeting lawyers, offices, accountant firms, universities, schools, real estate, and insurance companies. When looking at situational factors, when heavily investing in MODO services, business will expect a certain quality from the experience. These include customer service and bug fixes. When utilising MODO to store all their data, businesses will rely heavily on well running of its programme. Lastly, looking at the personal characteristics of the buyer, MODO can make use of information surrounding their customers to segment them when preparing marketing material. Customers who are technologically innovative can be utilised to trial new technology released by the organisation, whereas clients who are less inclined to test new products can receive alternative communication. When looking at our targeting and positioning strategy, to optimise their success, we believe MODO should adopt a differentiated multi-segment targeting strategy, where they will focus their marketing efforts towards 2 or more market segments by establishing a marketing mix for each. MODO have recognised the opportunity of growth due to the increased volume of people working remotely because of COVID-19. This has opened a new market of consumers who were the minority prior to the pandemic. The organisation will target individuals, for example, those managing their own workload from home, such as students, as well as organisations who will implement MODO across their business. MODO possesses several unique features which are not readily available in the current market. This will aid their success out with the opportunities created by the pandemic by targeting the general public. When positioning MODO within the market, the organisation should consider the wide variety of users who use its services. MODO should be positioned at a higher price point, however, with the option to receive a basic service at a discounted price.
Making strategic choices at functional level means making decisions related to the firm's different departments, such as marketing, production, research and development. The decision include marketing objectives to support the corporate strategy, market segments and target, and market position strategies. In this occasion, we will focus just on the marketing department, which it should focus on the digital aspect of it, like the official website and the social media pages. On the official website, it suggests to use the SEO or search engine optimization, its technique, because it's the most important digital marketing channel since it's dynamic and highly targeted. SEO includes all the techniques to improve the visibility of a website list of the search engine's ranking algorithm. Its tools like internal and backlinks, keywords, and meta description have all the aim to attract visitors and possible users to the website. Finally, the company can choose to include the option to add a subscribe function so user can receive updates and new posts through email, and this increases the fidelity to the service provided. Regarding social media, it suggests to use them more often since it would be the best way to attract new users and customers. In particular, it suggests to use Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram because they have respectively 2.85, 2.29, and 1.38 billion monthly active users. However, the situation is totally different in China. In fact, the most popular social media in China are WeChat, Sina Weibo, and Qiaoshu. Therefore, 2 different approaches need to be used. Another reason to use social media is one of the functionality present in these services, social media analytics, a useful tool especially for companies. Indeed, social media analytics allow the company to collect, monitor, and analyze social media data to make conversation and interaction with users easier. In this case, MODO can understand customers' behaviors and tastes to anticipate and receive feedback regarding software and make the requested changes. In conclusion, after detailed analysis of the company, the microenvironment and the macroenvironment, it's possible to affirm that the startup has a high potential to affirm itself in the market. The service offered is useful, smart, and appealing to customers. Furthermore, the firm has partnership with important companies and academic institutions, which ensures the continuous upgrade of the software and the validity of the project. Finally, we are sure that with the strategic suggestion we have made, the company can attract new customers better and faster.